And welcome back. Okay, so is Tucker Carlson the new Tokyo Rose? Or just as Al Franken said in his recent podcast, a POS, using words that I can't say on the air. Tucker Carlson now on Fox has become the main spokesperson for Putin in the United States. As Putin's forces have been filmed gunning down and dropping bombs on women, men, children, and animals, and a crew of reporters from Sky News was fired on by one of Putin's death squads last week. 2 reporters were shot. Tucker Carlson comes out last night on Fox News and says, hysteria is now the official language of public discourse in the United States. That's not good for anyone except those benefiting from it. Who's benefiting? Anyone who lies for a living. Apparently he means, you know, like ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC, even the reporters on Fox News. Or he's projecting like crazy. I mean, I just had a call from a guy in Los Angeles who was saying, we should just let Putin have Ukraine. You know, it'll be a lot less painful. Just, you know, stop the war, let him take it, do what he wants, you know, build concentration camps, whatever. Okay, so Tucker Carlson, he adds, hey, maybe with a war on Russia is not a good idea for the United States. That's not an extreme position. The people in charge and decided the primary job is to decide who you should hate. In an environment like this, everything feels like propaganda, and that's because much of it is. Right. So, and Tucker Carlson goes on to say, it's what we call disinformation, and it was designed to get you to support a war against Russia. This is Tucker Carlson being, you know, as Putin's hands are moving, Tucker's mouth is moving, being his puppet master. Maybe you should support a war against Russia anyway, but you should at least know you're being lied to and manipulated, which you are, says Tucker. In response to that, former Democratic Senator Al Franken, on his Al Franken podcast, said, this is interesting. He was having a conversation with this guy, Michael Weiss. And Weiss says, we've won the war. The government has been toppled. Ukraine now belongs to Russia. Now, this was a social media post that the Russian government had posted the day after the war started, you know, because they had just assumed that Zelensky was just going to roll over. Okay, we surrender. You guys are the big guys here. Just take it. And Weiss notes the article was uploaded to the internet prematurely and then had to be taken down because they didn't win the war. To which Franken says, so in other words, all news there is like Fox News was under Trump. He means in Russia. And Weiss says, well, actually, quite literally in some cases, because they love to play Tucker Carlson on Ukrainian state television. And they do. They're playing Tucker on loops, you know, praising Putin and talking about all this stuff. Oh, good, Franken responds. I'm glad somebody in our country is giving aid and comfort to the Russians. Thank God, because that'll probably only result in deaths. I don't know, thousands of people. But you know what? Tucker makes a lot of money. Did you know that? And Weiss says, yeah, he certainly does. And then that was the point at which the former senator said, or you could say, I'm a worthless POS, and the only way I can make money is this way. You know, in other words, he's saying this is something Tucker Carlson could say. Right. Right. So do we have a fifth column in the United States? Or is the patriotic thing to do to encourage Ukraine to just roll over, let the Russians march in and hang Zelensky? What should we do?